All right, Elon Musk giving some advice, talking about things when he was younger, didn't know what life was supposed to be, did not know what the way forward was searching for a lot of meaning. Let's look at what he has to say, but always remember basics are the same, and then you will have all these people who have become successful talk about a lot of things. But remember, don't panic. Let's look at the video.
When I was a teenager, I had like an existential crisis to try to figure out what's the meaning of life. There doesn't seem to be any meaning. For me, at least, the religious
How many of us can say that?
texts, and I read all of them that I get my hands on, did not seem convincing. So then I'm like, okay.
And so many people talk about it, right? That they read religious texts and there was nothing in it for them. So many people talk about it, and that's why you have that anti-religion movement going on. But I'm sure there is a lot of good in that too.
Then I started reading the philosophers. Be careful of like reading German philosophers as a teenager. It's definitely not going to help with your depression. Now, as an adult, it's much more manageable, but as a kid, you're like, whoa.
Why?
So
Because German philosophers talk. Was Nietzsche from there? Carl Jung? All these guys from there? Wasn't one of my favorite authors, Bukowski, even German? But I mean, it was a long time ago that I read Bukowski. Great writing, and he had that thing about dread and hopelessness, but he could present it in a. I mean, he found his calling, which was writing. So everything around it.
I was like, man, I'm just like struggling to find meaning in life here. And then I read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and basically what Douglas Adams was saying is that we don't really know what the right questions are to ask. Like, the question is not.
No, I don't think that's true. We know what the right questions are. The problem is with the answer. So the answer that you hear at one stage of your life. So let's say I'm writing some advice, and I will use the words that I find the best to narrate the answer. So somebody who is listening to that answer will have a different interpretation of those words. Does not mean that it cannot be said. It can be said, but I think it's over a period of time. You understand that everybody is right and everybody is wrong at the same time. So if somebody is saying that just work hard, somebody is saying that it's true, right? You have to work hard. And then somebody comes and says totally something different, like it's all about the luck. If you don't have luck, you can't do it. And that's true. Luck has such a big factor to play. So what do? Do you not work hard, or do you just keep on working hard? Do you not talk about luck? Do you not give credit to luck? So what do you do? And what do you talk about? What do you have to say about those cases where all these people talk about if the harder you work, the luckier you get? So where do you draw the line? And then there is this great thing in one of the oldest books in India, in one of the great books where Lord Krishna, he says, just do your work, don't worry about the results. So what do? Do you just do the work? Should you not be smart about it? So there are a lot of things that are there, and it's not that. So when I'm writing it, it's not that I don't mean all of that. It's just that the frame of mind I'm in at that moment, I would use my words in that way. And somebody who is reading, whatever stage of life he or she is in, will use the stage of life as the context to interpret it. And you interpret it. So let's say aggressiveness. Again, this is another thing, right? Should you be aggressive? In some cases, yes. In a lot of the cases, no. But when is the right time? Like, how do you learn? So will you listen to me about it? It's just strange. So there are some very basic things that we should follow, and that's about it. But here I don't think it's correct.
What's the meaning of life? The real problem is trying to formulate the question. When I was a teenager,
So even if you look at that question, who gave you that question? Why is there supposed to be meaning to this life? What you're doing right now, how you're spending your day, that's good enough. Get up tomorrow. If you have a good day, good enough. But that's the problem with philosophy. You can philosophize, and when you're down, you think that the way out is more thinking. I think it's the opposite. Less thinking and doing something. But Complete link. I don't have it. I found a clip. Who cares what he thinks exactly? Or is it? But he's a very famous guy. That's what happens when you're successful and you talk. Because you are successful, everybody thinks that you're credible to talk about it. And alright, what do you think about this topic? Let me know in the comments and let's talk there more. Bye bye.